All right, guys, thanks for being here. We're going to be talking a little football. It's like midnight. I'm really just trying some things out, and we're going to get on here and talk a little alley screen, draw it up, see what we get here. So, just give you a little bit of football here around midnight on the East Coast. So, what we're going to be looking at is the alley screen. The way we ran it last year, we ran it out of a two-receiver set. So, I'll show you here, kind of what our beginning of the year base set was. One of the things that we did was we were able to run this both directions. I don't know if that's something that we'll continue to do. Probably just because our alignments will be a little bit different. Oops. I don't know why I lost everything there. We go. Okay. It's something that we may continue to do going forward, but we'll just have to see. So we've got our 2x2 set. Pistol, gun, really doesn't matter here. And we will draw this up against just a 4-2-5. Give it a kind of a simple look here. And if you have questions about what I'm using here, I'm just using PowerPoint. I'm not using anything special. I never really do. Okay, so base 4-2-5, quarters coverage, split field, 2, blue, whatever you want to call it here. Basically what we're doing with the alley screen is a quick screen. So from the pistol, it's a one-step. From under center, pistol or gun, it's a one-step and throw. From under center, it's a three-step and throw. We have a call side, so we've determined to call a side. We did let our quarterback pick the side that he liked the best, but we had a call side. Really, the only thing that did was to send the center one way, and it sent the back the other way. So what we wanted to do was dive the back away from the screen, but we told him to get down there pretty fast so that he'd be out of the way if the quarterback wants to throw the other way. So we're going to have the R-back diving, and I'll get a different color here. Let's go with this white color here. So the R-back is going to dive away from the screen, really just getting out of the way, holding linebackers, whatever he can do there. Quarterback's taking the snap, one step from pistol. He'd be three-step from under center. So the keys here are we've got to block most dangerous man with our H and our Y, our inside guys. So they're going to be blocking the most dangerous man. We're going to have the X take really one. What I like is we've got the outside foot back, so it's really just going to be one hard step. If it's any longer than that, it may not time up. So it's going to be one hard, but I want it to be a hard, long step, like a real lunge out type of step forward. And then he's coming back at the quarterback. Okay, so he's going to step hard forward, and then he's going to turn and pivot and come back at the quarterback. And again, this is a catch and throw, so ball is going to be out very quickly. The H is going to determine, and the Y are going to determine who the most dangerous man is, usually the corner. And he's going to be coming out. Now, one of the big mistakes is they'll come out at an angle where they're running at that guy like down the field, like he's not going to come up. We know that when that ball's thrown, that corner is coming up right now. So we want him to run a tight, flat path so that he can get up underneath that cornerback. Now, the next thing is, what are we going to do with our offensive line? So our offensive line is going to be critical in the screen blocking on this play. We've done it where we didn't have them do any sort of set or anything like that. We've done it where they just immediately took off. We had them just kind of set for 1,001. One of the things with a quick screen, with the three-step screen, is just going to be a quick count screen. So they're going to hold for one count, 1,001, and release. So what they're going to do is they're going to set. We can pass that. We can pass that a little harder. Okay, but we're going to set with the guard. He's going to be the kick-out man. So what we're expecting here, we're expecting this weak safety to come driving downhill on the release of the throw. That tackle is going to be the kick out. Okay? So we want to catch this ball in here and take it up into the alley. Okay? The alley being that space between the force and the spill guys. Our guard is going to set and he's going to look to turn up, and he's basically going to be blocking the alley defender. So if we were in a looking at a cover 3, then you would have the free safety running the alley. In this case, it's probably going to be the will backer, and he's looking to block him, okay, seal him off. Basically what their rules are is they look out, up, in. We work a cage drill where we set up 4 cones for these guys, and it's pretty simple, pretty basic. You could probably find it anywhere on the internet, but we set up a cage drill for our offensive linemen. We work this a couple days a week. And it's just like a 5x5 box. And I stand somewhere over here behind the cones. We set them 10 yards out. And we just put them in a line. And what I'll do is put 2 lines. So I'll have a line to the right and a line to the left so that they can run and then the next guy's in. I'll have a guy who's standing here, usually holding a bag. I don't want him to get decked or anything like that because he's running full speed at him. So usually a guy, a bag holder standing here who's going to be the defender. And he's that bag holder. And so what I have them do is he's going to set. I'm going to give him a set go. He's going to set 1001, and he's going to take. And we work this with all of our screens that we use this on. And he's taking off running. Now, as he's taking off running, he's reading this linebacker. This linebacker or defender is looking at me as the coach, and I'm going to point to a cone. Okay, I'm either point to the bottom left cone. I'm going to point to the far cone, the far left cone, or I'm going to point to the top right. And so the rules are out, up, in. Okay, so he's checking first. If that guy goes out, he's kicking him out. If that guy goes up, then he's going to turn up the field, and he's going to try to get on his inside because we are, depending on where he's at, and then he looks in. If the guy is inside, then he's going to turn and get on his outside and seal him. And so I point, and this guy runs to one of these 3 cones. And so, for example, if he ran to that far cone, that tells him kick out. What I have them do is come to balance as they come to under control as they come past that first cone. So I'm going to have him grab grass just to slow himself down so they can turn the corner if he needs to as they get out there. So that's the cage drill that we work to get our offensive linemen ready to do this. And it just follows those same rules, out, up, in for the blocking. The center is going to go to the call. So if we call it an alley left here, okay, the center would set, and then he's basically trash man. He's coming out here, and he's looking for whatever is getting through. Okay, he's looking for whatever is getting through on him. Now, late in the year, we were having some problems with some defensive ends getting their hands in the way, and we would hard set the end a little bit more and let the guard go out and kick. That was especially, we were seeing a lot of teams that were heavy inside. They were running like bear fronts and stuff. And so we would just set the tackle, have the tackle pass pro so that we didn't get that defensive end against those bear fronts 5-2 defenses. We were getting the defensive ends up the field, hands in the pass lane. So we would just pass pro the tackle. We would get the guard out there to be the kick, and the center would need to go and be the alley defender. And we were doing that. Then the quarterback didn't have the option to go either way. But for the most part, we were able to, early in the year, run our alley screen to the left, and if you liked it, also go to the right. So we were running the same thing back to the right, blocking the most dangerous man. And again, in this situation, it very likely would still be the corner and not the strong safety, because we're going to get set 1001 and come to kick out the strong safety. Now, obviously, with this look, it's a much better look to the left. And since the call side is to the left, that's what we would want to do here. And then he's going to come up and block the alley defender. You can see we've got a numbers issue because there's nobody on that Mike linebacker. We're hoping that the R is going to hold that Mike or that Will inside to let us get out there. That's your basic alley screen. Hey, that's pretty much how we're going to work the alley screen, what we're going to look at for it, and then also a drill for it. Now, the other component of this is that eventually you get a lot of people jumping your alley screen, and it's an opportunity. Probably the thing that we love the most about this play, and really had some of our best in a year where a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, we struggled with completing passes, really with just with throwing the ball, and teams were driving on our alley screen, and that was one of our better pass plays, and we were having problems with it. But we opened it right back up because of the fact that we were able to throw the alley go. Okay, the alley go, pretty simple. I'm going to have the X do his normal thing. We're expecting that corner to jump it. Okay, aggressively jump it. And we're going to get that guy taken off. Okay. Coming out like he's going to block. That corner comes up, trying to be a hero. Wheel it up the sideline. Okay. Wheel it up the sideline. And that alley go, we would just pump to the alley. Again, catch, pump to the alley, and then throw it up. There's going to be room here most of the time. If we're calling it, it's because we've run the alley screen and it was taken away from us. So now we're running the alley go and taking it up over the top. Real simple play. I think this is a simple screen. What we did when we ran the alley go was we just did our normal 3-step pass pro, which for us is cutting. And so they're just doing normal 3-step pass pro, taking care of the man over them. R is diving to get out of the way. And again, that R, I should backtrack and say that since we said the call side was to the left, the R should be going to the right if that call side is to the left. Okay, hold the linebackers for us there. So it gives us a little more room in the alley. And then we run the alley go. He's going to be able to get out there. So that's basically what we're trying to do with the alley screen, the alley and go. Package those two together. Real nice, easy to do. Got your drill to work on it there. It gives the quarterback, I like it because it gives the quarterbacks an easy throw. It's an easy target because that receiver's coming in at him, showing him his numbers. Okay, he's got to make sure he's showing the numbers to him, letting him see it, and getting the quarterback there. So that's what we're trying to do with the alley screen. This is a part of our Pistol Power Offense system. And if you're interested in getting more information on the Pistol Power Offense system, I want you to check out Pistol Power Offense. .com, and I've got a video series that I've put together. It shows the power and the counter and the power pass that are kind of one of the core schemes in the Pistol Power Offense system. Now you can get the entire system at pistolpoweroffense.com, but if you want to get those videos that I put together at no charge to you, they're my gift to you, go to pistolpoweroffense.com/YouTube to get access to those videos. So go to pistolpoweroffense.com/YouTube if you want to get you'll get instant access to the first video. They're full-length videos. They're awesome. They're totally worth your time. Precision implementation of the power, the counter, and the power pass. You'll get the power right away. You'll get the power, the counter a couple days later, and then the power pass will come a little while after that, so that you'll be able to get the picture of what we're doing. Now, the Pistol Power Offense system, we run a lot of zone. We'll probably be more zone heavy than power this year, honestly. But also includes all of the pass pro, the zone count system. Everything is tied together. It's a true legitimate system, and you can expand it to use whatever you need. So that's going to be it for this live edition. I appreciate you guys being here. I would answer some questions, but I don't know where the little question box is on everything right now. So let me check real quick just to make sure. Next time I'll have some windows open so I can do some Q&A sessions. If you got questions, email me, joe@joedanielfootball.com. Message me on Facebook, facebook.com/footballdefense, or on Twitter @footballinfo. Thanks for watching this live stream.